Hello from Chez Moi. It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. And we're going to focus on one of my favorite parts of the garden, the butterfly garden, which is today home to a variety of pollinators, not the least of which, of course, are my little bees. Just got a windy gust. Wait till that dies down and they settle on it again. But the honeybees always love the butterfly weed, as do bumblebees and all sorts of native bees. Let's go over here. Yesterday, I sprayed my tomatoes. Let's see. It's not quite 11 o'clock, so you see that the sun is just peeking over the trees. So my tomatoes get about 8 hours of sun because they'll get everything from the west. I'm not going to go over there because that's the neighbor's yard. We fertilized yesterday. We're still doing our fertilization scheme. You see my squash have some nice male blossoms there. They are all male, aren't they? Yes, they are all male. So I sprayed everything with my 3-in-1 organic fungicide. I trimmed my basil very aggressively, so hopefully, and fertilized, so hopefully that'll take off. So far, no pests, knock on wood. I'm not sure what these little spots are. May have to look that up. But it seems to only be on this plant. I think it might be some sort of damage from clipping the leaves. That's what I'm going with right now. Anyway, as we have noted before, I'm letting my curly parsley go to seed. Again, we have another squash over here and some clover, oregano. You'll note that today we had was an irrigation day. I am irrigating my in-ground plants every other day for 17 minutes, and I'm irrigating my container plants every day for 5 minutes. And I'm thinking about backing off on both of those. They probably don't need that much now that they're not tender seedlings anymore. Again, we see we have cut basil. My strawberries are ever blooming, but I never seem to actually see a strawberry. I blame the chipmunks. I have quite the chipmunk highway. Interestingly, these chives are just now going to seed, while those, well, I guess they're all in about the same stage. But the ones up a little further, up there, they're the ones that went up first. Here's my lone habanero. It's doing well. I threw some fertilizer on it. These are later transplants of peppers. Those are all California bells, I believe. Maybe there's a jalapeno in there, a lone jalapeno. But look, I'm starting to get little baby eggplants. Wait, I'll have to come around. We have some more nice hoverflies. And a honeybee. I always like to take a look at the honeybee. What's she doing? Hello, honeybee. Oh, hello, little sister bee. Or cousin. And some native bees. Oh, yeah, I just love these butterfly weed. Soon my nasturtiums should stop blooming. I might need to trim them. Maybe next week, because I want them to get really full and bushy. Oh, started to get some marigolds that were transplanted. But what we came to see was some little baby eggplants. Lots of pepper flowers. There's another little eggplant over here. Oh, I saw it just a second ago. Oh, there it is. Little baby eggplant. And the really slug-damaged marigold is doing very well. Right, over here we've got some more marigolds and peppers. And I'm starting to see the seeded okra come up. Oh, there's a nice seedling. The transplants that I planted that were kind of damaged are doing a little better, so okay. Nasturtiums up there as well. Let's see. Over here, I have 2 spare cherry tomatoes that seem to be doing nicely. They get a little less sun than the container tomatoes, so this is kind of an experiment. Oh, let's go down to the lemon tree. The lemon tree leaves looked a little bit dusty, So yesterday I did spray them with the neem as well. The bumblebees seem to like this more than the honeybees do, but that's perfectly fine. See, there's another one. Oh, hello, and there's another one over there. I see 5 honeybees on this tree, or bumblebees on this tree as we speak. My avocado seems okay in that shady spot. We're going to try it with partial shade. I pulled up a bunch of fresh ginger the other day. I'm torn about using it. I was thinking about steeping it and using like the liquor for a flavoring, because I understand that the toxic acid is not water soluble, but the flavor is. Oh, good. I've got cucumbers coming up. I felt it was a shame that I'd forgotten to seed cucumbers. So I sowed them very liberally here. I'm going to have to thin them out. I wrote it down in the book what I sowed where, but I did 3 rows of them. And I'm probably going to prune them back to like 2 per row, maybe just 1 in this row up here. But we'll see. See, I have lots and lots of delightful strawberry blossoms. And sometimes even the occasional green strawberry. But I never see the red strawberries, and I'm not sure why. Oh, my balloon flowers are coming up. They're planted in a very inconvenient location, but oh well. So my digitalis is starting to go to seed, and I really want to be sure to get some of this branching one, because I really kind of think that's a weird trait, and I'm hoping it's hereditary. And I think I'll plant the branching ones over there, under the tree between us and the neighbors, and plant some of this really nice straight one right here to be a border over here. Once again, the hydrangeas are in full and beautiful bloom. Oh look, maybe we can see one of the infamous chipmunks. Look, it's a brazen little thing. Did you see it on the log there? They've got a little chipmunk highway. It goes like down the side of the log. Oh, he's down there anyway. Anyway, he's got this little hole that he can go down there and then come back up over here and then go out over there. It's crazy. Anyway, here's some ferns I planted to the side. And any second now, oh yes, I need to do that today. I'm going to plant this fatsia here to provide a little bit of continuity between those fatsia and this fatsia. So I'm going to put it right about here. But I do want to have some room to get around to do the hose things. So, can't be smack dab in the middle. It has to be a little closer over. I love my hydrangeas. I sprayed them. I am starting to get a little bit of leaf spot and fungus down there at the base. It's inevitable, really, because it is so moist here. Next year, because these columbines are biennial, I should have some pretty columbines in place of those foxglove, which the bumblebees also love. A lot of times you'll see the bumblebees on these guys, as well as harvestmen or granddaddy longlegs, but I haven't really seen those yet, so maybe they're not producing a whole lot of nectar. My impatiens, the ones in the window boxes are just not doing well. The ones in the pots are doing pretty well. I just trimmed them back, as a matter of fact. So I'm not sure what's going on, if they're being watered too much or they have latent fungus or something. I don't know. I think it might be too much water or too little sun. I don't know. Here, we can look at them from this angle. Actually, the one on this end is okay. And this end is okay, though it's starting to lose its leaves. There's 2 in the middle, but not the one in the pot. I think it must be a water thing. I think I'm giving them too much water. Anyway, speaking of water, I had my son water the ferns. They were looking a little peaked. It's been about a week without any rain. So these got a good 10-minute water. And they're looking pretty good. And I think that's where we're going to stop today. We may see the bees later if I get some gumption. But let's stick with the fern garden. and the view of things yet to come. That's all for today from the Ant Wife's Garden.